What is going on, everybody? This is Tyler Anderson from Tyler's Real Fishing and Lucky Tackle Box, and today I'm going to be explaining to you guys how to fish the Lunkerhunt Kraken Jerkbait that you guys are going to receive in your Lucky Tackle Box. Let's get started. Now today, as you guys can probably tell, I'm in a slightly different scenario. I'm not in a bass boat and I'm not on the shore. I'm in a pond here in a good old bass buggy on a farm, and so today I'm going to teach you guys how to fish with this jerkbait. We are here in Texas. It's in late April, almost May. We're in classic post-spawn, almost summertime techniques, and so I'm going to be explaining to you guys how this jerkbait can help you guys catch fish both in the pre-spawn and post-spawn phases. Let's get started with rigging. So fishing a jerkbait, much like any other crankbait, is pretty simple. So I'm just going to tie a regular Palomar knot onto this jerkbait here, and a lot of the times with baits straight out of the box, I like to change the hooks. But I've looked at these hooks here and I felt them and they feel pretty strong to me, and so no need to change the hooks out today. We're ready to start fishing. So the rod and reel combination that I like to use is basically a short crankbait rod. So today I have the Lew's Custom Speed Stick 6'9" medium square bill rod. It also works great for small jerkbaits like this. And then I have the Lew's BB1 Pro speed spool. It's awesome for crankbaits and jerkbaits. That's practically all you guys need to know for rigging. So the thing that's pretty unique about this jerkbait, I wouldn't say unique, a lot of jerkbaits are like this, but the one that you guys are receiving is a floating jerkbait and a pretty fast floater at that. And so you're gonna wanna make sure to jerk this bait pretty fast. Now, some of the advantages of using a floating jerkbait, especially around timber and really spiky rocks and grass, that kind of thing, is it doesn't dig down into the grass and get stuck down there because it suspends. You're able to jerk, 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 pause, let it kind of float up, above the sticks, and then jerk it back down into it. And so today we're gonna kind of target, as I'll talk about in location, several key structures here in this pond to catch these fish. So when I'm cranking a jerkbait, or I should say jerking a jerkbait, I usually like to give it a certain cadence. So you can kind of think about a song in your head that you like to sing along. So Staying Alive is a pretty good song, staying alive. But really, you gotta get a cadence going in your mind. A lot of guys are split on this topic. They either like to jerk it super erratically with no cadence, or they like to go 1, 2, pause, 1. 1, 2, pause, 1, that kind of thing. And so really play around with what the fish want. You guys know from watching my videos that I really like to give the tips of fish how the fish want it. There's no standard way to work a bait, especially a jerkbait. You really have to fish it how the fish want it. So let's move on to location and see how these fish want it. Oh, let's go, let's go. Right as I was casting over, oh, he spit it. Man. Right as I was about to give a teaching point about throwing over main lake points, I got a bite. So let's hop back into that real quick. So as I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by that fish, there's several main pieces of structure, especially in ponds, that you want to fish around, and one of those is main lake points. So these fish will be spawning, back in a spawning flat or a creek or super up shallow, and then immediately after the spawn, they're going to move out onto those secondary ditches, secondary points. And so you want to cast the, oh goodness, oh my, as I was saying that. This is awesome. Not a bad fish either. Not a bad fish. Where's he at? Oh yeah, all right. This is a struggle. We're gonna try to bring him back this way. So as I was saying, I gave it 2 jerks right off that point there, and it was as the shore dropped from super shallow to deep. And we got him here. Let's move us around. Come on, bring it in. I don't even think he's that big. Oh, he's not bad though. Oh, all right. First nice fish on the jerkbait. And as I was saying, you guys really want to pay attention to where the fish are going towards. They were spawning back in that shallow pocket. They moved back out here to the main lake point, and they're chomping the jerkbait. Cool. All right, as you guys can see, these hooks got him pretty good. He was not coming off, that's for sure. On the Lunkerhunt jerkbait. Sweet. See ya, bud. All right, so I'm gonna cast right over that point. I'm kind of on the shallow section right there, and I'll give it 1, 2, pause, 1, 2, 1. I don't know why I'm counting. Just trying to show you guys how these fish like to eat a jerkbait in the post-spawn. Now this water clarity today is a little bit dingy, as you can probably tell. It's about chocolate milk, so you wanna make sure to give your bait plenty of action, and also pick a bait that has some chartreuse, some green, maybe even some darker colors like a black and blue, because that way the fish are able to see it. Fish feed based on their lateral lines and based on vibration and sight, and so you really want to give them a good silhouette to look at in the water, and dark and bright colors are oftentimes good for that. As you guys can also tell, it is a windy day today. I've got the windy fuzzy thing on, and so you want to make sure to fish the wind blown areas. Now what wind does, If you've ever watched my videos, I love to talk about wind because it creates natural current. Current stirs up the ecosystem, stirs up the phytoplankton, then the bait fish, then the bass that feed on those bait fish. And so you really want to throw this jerkbait around, or any other baits for that matter, around places that have current, and points and trees are great places for that. All right, so we worked our way up to another point. Not a giant, but we'll end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you ever want to learn anything more about fishing, make sure you check out my channel, Tyler's Real Fishing. And thank you guys so much for subscribing to the Lucky Tackle Box channel. It means the world that we can teach you guys how to fish with baits like this. We'll see you guys next time.